Welcome to Facebook for the Blind, your look at the downfall of Western civilization through the best memes we can find each week. Ladies and gentlemen, both and neither, it is that time of the week we like to celebrate Facebook for the Blind, a show for the visually and Facebook impaired. I'm joined by my beautiful co-hosts, Quiet Michael LeBune and Andrew TD, and they're going to bring you some very funny memes. But first, the depressing news. A trademarked, copyrighted, segmented,
That's
part
right.
of the thing.
We own the news.
The news. Depressing news. Depressing news. A copyrighted, trademark, registered component of Facebook for the Blind. So, in sad passing comedy news, Richard Belzer, extraordinary smartass and comic and also a TV cop, but I didn't really watch him, so I don't know about that. He died, and I couldn't believe it. That was the top story over the weekend. Also, rumblings and saber-rattling between China and the U.S. I don't even know. They always want to fight. I was just, again, stunned that a comedian and stand-up comic was in the news. It was one of the top news stories, and it wasn't a former comedian like Zelensky. Also, hey, in good news, Jennifer McClellan wins the special election, becomes Virginia's first black congresswoman, CNN projects. So that is as we are going to press right now. A lot of different other things came out there. I like to get my balanced news here from all sides, so you see it from the left and the right all at once and kind of get their take on things. Rhode Island's representative Cicciolina is resigning from Congress, and he is a Democrat, so he's gonna resign and so that's gonna be another spot. It's gonna have to be one, etc. And that's interesting. Putin said some dumb stuff. Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene, who always makes an appearance in the news, draws bipartisan criticism for proposing a national divorce. You know, because the red states and the blue states were not getting along, so let's have a divorce. I'm pretty sure there's a word for that. I'm pretty sure if you say that as a person in leadership, you just committed treason and need to be indicted. That's just me. I'm no attorney, but I think that's the way it works. So look forward to seeing how that pans out. Friend of the show, Jimmy Carter, has entered hospice care, and the press has blissfully left him alone, as far as I can tell. And he is facing the end with grace and dignity, unlike some others. Biden paid a surprise visit to Ukraine, and everybody wanted to talk about that. I'm sure from the left, they thought it was fantastic, and from the right, I'm sure it was a really terrible idea. Don't know. Don't care. Oh, they've also called off the searches for all the remaining downed balloons, because we were on a balloon popping spree there. I don't know if you remember that last week, but it was like 5, 6. I mean, but you know, as they say, once you pop, you can't stop. But they did actually stop. Top weekly topics as covered by Talk Radio, and we discussed this week, and I did some extensive research into other ways to take to basically figure out what the big news stories were. And for right now, gonna go with what people were talking about on Talk Radio. It was a lot about Trump's legal issues. He had some more documents that came out that were classified. They found more documents. It just kept on going. The Russia-Ukraine war just kept on going. Fetterman is having health problems. Fetterman has gone into the hospital. There were more deadly shootings, but I mean, honestly, I believe there have been now 80 mass shootings, and we're not even on the 60th day of 2023. So
we're number one.
How you gonna keep track? I know, right? You know what? You need a scorecard. We're gonna do. You know what? Let's start doing a scorecard. Facebook for the Blind for February 21st. The last news that doesn't have a scorecard. We'll just keep track.
America is the Kankakee of the world.
Yep. That is saying something there. Right now on screen, for those of you not viewing, is the rail disaster in Ohio with the entire thing on fire. Today they pulled off like some kind of stunt where, so I think the governor drank the water from there, but then also said the EPA needed to do its job. They want the train company, Norfolk Southern, to start cleanup and doing all this stuff, and everybody's in a big tiff about it. Oh, and the right wants Pete Buttigieg in the gallows for some reason because of this. I don't know. Oh, and another train blew up. Another train blew up and derailed today. But I can't keep up. I can't keep up. There's so many. This is like summer rerun season. Do you know what I mean? There's just so many reruns. There's so many stories. Hard to follow. So Representative Green proposed, a national divorce. As you can see from the center, several people just said that's straight up evil. From the right, people were saying we are done with Marjorie. Anyway, I'm not even going to go into this. This is all just garbage. And to be filed in the news segment, is nothing sacred. Thieves snagged the catalytic converter off of a Wienermobile. And
Listen, I'm gonna tell you right now, my buddy Joe,
yeah.
he'll straight pipe that. You don't even need a catalytic converter. That's just some EPA bullshit. He'll straight pipe that for $150. You don't even have to buy the pipe. Never happen again. They'll never steal your catalytic converter if you don't fucking have one.
I believe this happened in Las Vegas. So remember, your catalytic converter may stay in Vegas. Just so you know. Just so you know. That's part of it. Now,
Facebook catalytic converter happened in Vegas because it stayed in Vegas.
Your car might have left. You might have gotten out of there, but the catalytic converter's staying there. So here's another funny thing. This is Spike, officially the world's oldest living dog, in this CNN story that was published on January 20th. Great stuff, wow, oldest dog. Look at that. He's like 23-year-old Chihuahua mix from Ohio. But unfortunately, it's not true anymore. It looks true. It certainly looks newsworthy, but nope. Bobby is 30 years old and 266 days as of February 1st, according to Guinness. So now this Portuguese something, I don't know. But anyway, they corrected it. Bobby, 30 years old, purebred, oh God, Raffario do Alento. A livestock guardian dog with an average life expectancy of 12 to 14 years. What? Can somebody say it? Okay. All right. I was going to stand down. Anyway, so he is now the record holder. And I'm just telling you, I can't even keep up with even the basic news. But I do want to close with something, amusing. So the latest Trump's document scandal did include a laptop. And here we have a picture of Kamala laughing, saying, a Trump aide had a laptop with classified documents, but Hunter Biden. And that's the news from Facebook for the Blind for February 21st, 2023. Now on to my lovely co-host, Quiet Michael Abuse, with round one.
So, kicking off round one, we have the governor of Ohio bleeding ink black tears, holding up a glass of water. The Onion reports Ohio officials point at a glass of water to assure East Palestine residents it is safe to look at. It says, "Are you poor?" And there's praying hands, and it says, "Go to a church and pray to be rich. Eventually, someone will pass you a plate filled with money." And there's a picture of the offering plate. I do want to say this. I used to go to this church called Vine Street, and one of the days I really knew I was in the right church. Nobody paid with cash except me because I was a bartender. So I think I had $40, and I put $40 in the plate. And after church, I was talking to the pastor, and this guy he came up, and he didn't have a place to live. He lived on the streets. He walks up to the pastor, and he goes, "Hey, pastor, I don't have a place to stay tonight, and I don't have any money to get any food. Can you? Is there anything the church can do to help me out?" And he goes, "Yeah, sure." And he turns to the offering plate, and he takes out the only cash that's in there, which was the $40 I put in there.
From you.
And he hands the guy $40. And I was like, I just watched that whole transaction happen, and I was like, yeah, this is the kind of church I want to go to. That was dope as hell. I don't have to wonder where my money went. I know exactly where it went. I watched it went there. It went to the right place. I really was happy with it.
Nice.
Lee Cato, friend of the show, friend of mine, Lee Cato. He says, for Lent, give up bothering me. Be blessed.
Yeah.
Dumb bitch juice. Friend of the show, Dumb Bitch Juice, says there is no need to be mean to me. Someone is already doing that. And it is me. Laugh out loud. There's a picture of Pikachu on the beach. I'm about halfway through. Hard times. Listen, hard times. Hard times, for those of you who don't know, friend of the show, reached out to us this week and wanted to know why they haven't been on more. You're absolutely right. We did a deep dive. There's a lot of great content out there. It's our bad. We won't let it happen again. There's a picture of Rowdy Roddy Piper from the Hard Times holding a shotgun, and he's wearing his sunglasses from They Live. And it says, John Carpenter announces release dates for They Live sequels. They laugh and they love. This is a little 4-panel comic from the Square Comics. First panel says, sea turtles can live for years. Second panel says, what's the secret to a long life? The third panel, the sea turtle answers, a burden-free life. And in the fourth panel, you see a little baby turtle coming out of an egg, and it says, Mommy? And the sea turtle says, nope, and gets in the water.
Oh.
Flora, friend of the show, Flora_Flora on Twitter, says, how does the Little Mermaid decide which creatures are her friends and which ones are her bra? Frankie Larson at Human Houseplant, Frankie Larson, friend of the show, we love you, says, I'm an alpha male. No, you're not. You're an ass that thinks talking over people makes you important. Do you even know what an alpha does? They feed and protect their pack. Where's your fanny pack full of cheesy crackers, Steve? If you're out with your buds and don't have ibuprofen, Neosporin, and cheesy crackers with you, you are not an alpha. Listen, by this definition, I want lots more alphas. That's great. I think I have two more. This is a picture of a sad girl, like emo girl, and she says, I'm sad today. And then you see 4 different people, 2 guys, 2 girls, each one saying, I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. And then right below that, we see just like a guy, like Chad meme. And he says, I'm sad today. And no one says anything. It's funny. It's sad. It's actually like weirdly true, but you know what? We really are fine. It's fine. Last meme from round 1 for me. There's a picture of a guy, like an anime guy, and he's tapping his head, like he's thinking, and it says, people can't take advantage of you if you are useless. So beating the system. All right, Steve, let's see what you got for round 1.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it is the return of the often imitated, never duplicated, world famous TD's short round 1. Okay, old grumpy man, one grumpy old man group says, got a picture here of Willem Dafoe looking very Willem Dafoe-ish. And it just says, her, I don't know how I can pay my rent. Unbuttons blouse. Him, oh, I think there's a way. Unzips pants. And it's just that picture of Willem Dafoe labeled, everyone else play Monopoly.
Oh, God. Oh, Jesus.
Thank you. Starting out strong here. Okay, it's only downhill from here, folks. Moving on. We got friend of the show, Jason Jester, and it says, I present to you the Chevy Avocado, Park Avalanche Park, Colorado. And it's a picture of this itty bitty little truck that thinks is a big truck. And I drove a Colorado. There's nothing manly or, no one's ever going to look at that guy in a Colorado and go, yeah, he can do some shit. Next up, we got, excuse me. Me. I posted this a few years back, and I still agree with this. It's just a picture of a big old pizza, and it says, every pizza is a personal pizza if you try hard and believe in yourself. I've turned many a pizza I have turned many a pizza into a personal pizza.
I ate a 42-inch pizza by myself one night,
Oh,
and I
man.
did, and my roommate at the time, he didn't want to split it with me because he didn't want to pay any of the money. And like 2 hours after that pizza got there, he's like, "Yo, is it okay if I have like a slice of your pizza?" And I was like, "No, that shit's gone." He's like, "You ate it all?" Like, "Yeah, bitch, you should have ponied up some cash."
Oh, great. Next up, excuse me, Ian. Next up, we got friend of the show, Deborah M. And she says, when you're high AF and people are asking you for directions, and it's a picture of Jay and Silent Bob from the movie Dogma, looking very much like Jay and Silent Bob. And Jay's just staring incredulously going, look at me. Yeah, lady, look at me. I don't even know where I am half the time.
Nice.
I feel this. Disgruntled Underground 2.0 posts a picture of a teacher and a bunch of kids in a classroom. I'm going to put the kids at, I don't know, 9, 10, somewhere in there. It says, the teacher's going, so when the first little pig asked the man for straw to build his house, what do you think the man would have said? And one kid's going, fuck me, a talking pig. Levine, that'd be you. That was you.
Exactly right.
All right. Next up, friend of the show, Jason Jester, says, when you finally graduate from high school in the U.S. and it's a bunch of kids throwing their hands up in the air, but they're not throwing mortar hats, folks. They're throwing flak jackets, bulletproof vests, body armor.
We're number one.
We're number one.
We're number
USA. USA.
Oh, God.
Just look at it. Yeah, you just look at it. All right. New friend of the show, I'm only here for jokes. Post it's a picture of a typical like store-bought Walmart cake. It says, when words aren't enough, say it with cake. And the cake says, sorry, I put it in your butt.
Oh, Jesus Christ. That is going the extra mile, though.
Yeah. Now, maybe if you led with cake. No, I'm okay. No, never mind. I'm done.
Well, I mean, you gotta say, there's no Hallmark card for this.
Yeah.
I want you all to know, I just counted 6 tags that I'm not going to say for this joke. 6 jokes I'm walking away from.
I need all 6 of those.
Right
now. I need all 6 of those.
No, nope.
No, I'm going to put
today,
it into
Peyton.
it.
Don't worry, I got something for you later, Levine. All right, moving on.
All right.
Better bring me a cake.
This is the last one I got for the world famous TD short round one. Joe the Animal, friend of the show, posts that the classic meme of Leonardo DiCaprio looking like a smug dick holding his little glass wine, just it says, when you make a fake OnlyFans with your ex's nudes to pay her child support.
Damn.
Dude,
I'm not saying that this is genius, but this is fucking genius.
I'm just going to say that you got this from one of your high school friends from Indiana, didn't you?
Nah.
You got this is some Indiana shit if ever I've seen it.
Dude, Joe, no, I got this from Joe. He lives down in St. Louis, so bite me. Not even near Indiana.
Missouri, though. Fuck.
It's Missouri. All right, hey, but that's all I got for my often imitated, never duplicated, world famous short round one. Sizemore, have fun, buddy.
All righty, into
Nice round,
my perfectly adequate length round one. Starting off with Baby Yoda says, hey, are you an adult? Yeah, but not like on purpose or anything.
Yes.
I don't know why I sort of made Baby Yoda sound a bit like Big Lebowski, but
looks loaded.
Everybody say he looks like I feel right now.
Yeah. I know the half lids. Everyone I've shown this to identifies. It's weird. All right, moving on. This is a multi-panel cartoon, and we've got two gentlemen talking, and the guy in the collared shirt says, "Anyway, I couldn't believe it when I saw that news." And his friend, who's got an iPad in front of him, says, "That's because the article you read was false, and here's the evidence that it's false." Hands him the iPad. Collared shirt man looks at it, looks to the side, thinks about it. Oh my. He says, "Wow. Even so, the fact that I could believe that it happened tells you something about the current state of affairs." And the fact checker in the yellow t-shirt goes, "Ah! Ah!" 3 panels. Ah! Collared man says, "Everything all right?" Says, "Sorry, I meant to say, gee whiz, what an interesting way of thinking." I might be resonating a bit much with this because I'm a fact checker. Maybe, I don't know. This next is a 2-panel from The Office where we're looking at the gentleman pointing out on the whiteboard. It says, "If you lose one sense, your other senses become enhanced. That's why people with no sense of humor have a heightened sense of self-importance." Which I like quite a bit. Oh, hey, we forgot to celebrate. You know what? It's been 2 years. That's right. Rush Limbaugh. And this is a picture of me celebrating his 2 years of sobriety.
Oh, my goodness.
With the guy giving the 2 fingers over the Rush Limbaugh grave. Courtesy of memes to piss off conservatives. Oh, God. You remember, Labune, 2 years ago, we did the "Hey, Rush Limbaugh's Dead" show. It was a very special episode of Facebook for the Blind.
I think it was actually like an extra show. It was an extra episode. We didn't even wait a whole week. We had a special show because Rush Limbaugh died.
Yeah.
Jesus.
The other thing is that I posted, and like all my conservative friends got very holier than thou about speaking ill of the dead. And I was like, do you know what he spoke ill of? Fuck you. No. I was like, I tell you what, maybe in most cases, but not in this case.
They act like we don't remember the AIDS epidemic.
Yeah.
Those motherfuckers.
Just mean to feminists and
Rush
women.
Limbaugh himself, man. You remember he used to have like a little jingle every time somebody would die of AIDS? That guy was an absolute just garbage water person.
Terrible.
Like no.
So it was particularly, anyway, so he died. And and I just made a joke about it, and people were like, "That's not very funny." And I was like, "You're right. We should do a podcast about it." With every Rush Limbaugh meme we can find. And I tell you what, Michael, if I remember correctly, that was a very fun show.
It was a really fun show. We had a great time.
It was like one for the books. Anyway, it made me happy. So, dude, 2 years ago, celebrating 2 years of Rush's sobriety. All right, pull something else in here. Keep calm and carrion, and that's carrion, not carry on. Anyway, who posts at Jack of Quills says, "How did the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog become the typical sentence that contains all the letters of the alphabet and not Sphinx of black quartz, judge my vow," which is objectively a million times cooler. I was like, damn. Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast. If you're not following Facebook for the Blind, a weekly memecast, yes, you are. Reposts from Casey Seeger's friend of the show, Peter Yang, who says, "Just had a call with someone on the Forbes 30 under 30 list and came away really impressed. He shared with me how he made VP at a top tech company before age 30. Number 1, 4:30 a.m. wake up. Number 2, cold showers. Number 3, gratitude journal. Number 4, meditate. Number 5, dad owns tech company."
That's how you do it.
That is how, that's, statistically speaking, accurate. Accurate. All All right, I'm just gonna do a couple more here just for the heck of it. This is interesting. So I noticed that Sarah Silverman's been hosting the Daily Show this week. I'm enjoying it. And Newsmax sent a reporter to the White House, and he asked Biden, asked the spokesperson, is Biden woke? I don't know if you caught this, but it was some of the dumbest White House reporting I've ever seen. Is Biden woke? To which Sarah Silverman nailed it with, nobody's pushing shit on you. You're acting like a beta cuck. It's just like, is Biden woke? Anyway, I was like, wow, that freaking sums it up. Totally sums it up. All right, do like maybe two more here, and then I'll hand it back to you, Michael, man. Facebook for the Blind Weekly Memecast says, I want to see a comic about the CIA trying to murder Clark Kent and making it look like an accident. Not because they know that he's Superman, but because he's a really good journalist. They make it a comedy because the CIA assassins can't figure out why their attempts keep failing.
I would watch that.
I would watch it.
Yeah.
I would read it. I would take my money. I love it too, man, because he's like an illegal alien. Like his background would be fudged, you know. He's writing stories that aren't favorable. I mean, like, come on, this is gold. I mean, like, I don't know, steal it. Somebody out there listening to the podcast, steal it. Take it to Hollywood. You guys don't need original ideas. All right, I'll do one more here, and then
Uno mas.
Huh?
I said uno mas. That means one more in German.
Konnichiwa and Konbawa, you turkey. All right. This one's just a picture of two black bears, and they seem to be like pawing. They're both on hind legs, and they're paw to paw next to this fence. And somebody's captioned it, I know a drug deal when I see one. African-American gentleman Doc Pat 10 at the bottom says, it'd be an innocent meeting between friends if they were polar bears, now wouldn't it? I was reposted in the Church of Sloths, and if you're not following the Church of Sloths, you are missing out. Now headed it off for round two to Michael O'Bute.
Here is my very regular number two, starting off with the three Spider-Mans pointing at each other.
Spider-Mans.
And the Spider-Man. Anyway, one Spider-Man is pointing at the other Spider-Man, and he's labeled my grandfather full of asbestos. And then the one he's pointing to is me full of microplastics, pointing to yet a third Spider-Man who's labeled my father full of lead.
Wow.
We're always fucking full of something.
Oh, dude.
Facts. This meme is brought to you by Facts. The acquaintance of the show, Facts. And it's just a picture of a guy holding an empty wallet, and it says, millionaire is a person with little or no money. Fact. Memes. Friend of the show. Memes. If you're not following memes, good. What's this guy's name? It's not J.K. Rowling.
Oh.
It's not J.K. Simmons.
Yeah, I think it is.
No, that's not him.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know. Diane would know his real name, but I just know he was the cop trying to get Heisenberg in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, he's the brother-in-law in Breaking Bad. And he also, whatever his name is, he did once tweet sex gifs, GIFs, because he thought he didn't know he was tweeting. He thought he was searching in Google. I can't think of this guy's name. Anyway, the first panel, he's smiling really big. He looks real happy, and it says, the model's face when shooting for a cheap clothing brand. And then the next panel says, the model's face when shooting for an expensive clothing brand, and he just looks disgusted. And that is weirdly true. Like,
yeah.
I never noticed that before. The hard times just proving themselves right, that they are full of great content. Hard Times post a picture of Gwen Stefani. It says, we asked Gwen Stefani how she looks so good at 52. We asked Gwen Stefani how she looked so good at 52, and she showed us a cursed amulet she uses to suck the life force out of other 90s ska musicians. Gwen Stefani started off as ska. We don't forget. And local Greg Araki character says, unmuting myself to say thank you after a 1.5 hour meeting I didn't contribute anything to. And it's just a picture of, I cannot remember this actress's name, but it's the fucking fakest Botox smile you've ever seen.
Yeah.
Just call her Stifler's mom.
Stifler's mom. That's exactly right. Thanks for the save. Beautiful World. Friend of the show, Beautiful World, says, best part of owning a black cat, you can become Batman. He's got the cat on his head so that the cat's nose is on his nose and his paws are on either side of his face, and the cat's eyes become the eyes in the mask. It does. It looks like kind of looks like Batman.
Yeah.
And I got about
Batman
3.
from Waves.
Maybe Lego Batman. I got about 3 more memes. The other 98% says, I asked an AI app to paint Neanderthals in a cave taking a selfie. And what we have is an AI picture here with a bunch of Neanderthals in a cave taking a selfie to include Marjorie Taylor Greene.
That's awesome.
How is it the Neanderthals look more intelligent than Marjorie Taylor Waffle?
They look
she looks real dumb.
Like they want to look stuff up.
Listen, this is going to be, I almost didn't even share this one because it's a little tough to describe. But at first glance, it looks like a woman with curly hair. Just, kind of like jumping into the water or like swimming in the water, maybe. And then you see Idris Elba, friend of the show, Idris Elba, says, I thought this was a naked curly haired woman living her best life. And because he wrote that, I was like, oh, that's what I thought too. So maybe that's not what this is. And this is just a hand. It's just a person's hand. And they're like holding, these are, I forget what these are called, but they're like moths.
Like a sea urchin or something, right?
Like a sea urchin or like an algae ball or something like that. Yeah. Yeah, this is not a woman. I mean, it might be a woman's hand. But yeah. Yeah, this really threw me for a loop. Look, this meme is a little long, but I gotta say, I laughed harder at this than any fucking meme I saw this week. This comes from friend of the show, Oxford, comma. That's right.
Oxford, comma?
That's right. The Oxford, comma, friend of Facebook for the Blind, says, Dear world, I am stylish, useful, and in some cases, comma, absolutely necessary. Sincerely, Oxford, comma. And then you see there are 3 sentences that have been pulled out to prove this point, and I'll read them in order. The first sentence says, among those interviewed were Merle Haggard's 2 ex-wives, Chris Christopherson and Robert Duvall. That sentence would have made more sense with an Oxford comma. The second one says, this book is dedicated to my parents, Ayn Rand and God. And the third sentence that I think really drives home the Oxford comma's point says, highlights of Peter Ustinov's global tour include encounters with Nelson Mandela, an 800-year-old demigod and dildo collector.
No.
All right. It would have made so much more sense with an Oxford comma. This is my last meme for this round, and it's coming from Anarcho Spirituality. And it's the classic meme with the guy sitting at the table who has a sign that says some outlandish claim, and then it's followed up with change my mind. And this time the sign says, America is a free nation. Change my mind. But then you see that the man is not at the table. He's been carted off by 2 cops in handcuffs.
Yeah.
It's coming to our friendly anarchists over at Anarcho Spirituality. All right, TD, let's see what you got for round 2.
All right, here we have round 2, the irreverent round. It's a healthy round 2. It's a mighty round 2. Not a punctual round 2. Girthy, even.
One could say, yeah, girthy.
Girthy.
Perhaps. Hefty.
I don't like it when you use dick words for shit.
I don't like that you don't like it.
I like it when Michael doesn't like it.
Damn. All right. I'm outnumbered. All right.
There you go.
Let's hear your throbbing turd.
My throbbing turd. God, I like it.
Oh.
That was that your nickname in college, Libyan?
This is his middle school band name.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt your rock hard poop.
You need to see your doctor. Amanda B, I don't know who she is. She posed, Netflix needs to stop asking. She said Netflix needs to stop asking me if I'm still watching and start asking if I switched over to laundry yet. Yeah,
Nice.
that would be
Great
way more
point.
helpful.
Way
more helpful.
That would be value added.
Next up, we have puns. Oh God, I love this one. It's a picture of two otters playing on like a little tube of water, and above that is some Doors lyrics. You know, the day destroys the night, night divides the day. Tried to run, tried to hide, break on through to the picture of an otter slide.
Ah.
God damn it.
Yeah, come on, Labune. You know you love it, baby.
I do.
I love it.
I no, don't worry, Labune. I haven't forgot about you. All right, moving on. Friend of the show, Famished, just says Black Street Bakery. And it's me watching the baker kneading the dough. I love the way you work it. Baker, no diggity, me, baguette it up.
Get the fuck out of here.
I almost was gonna give that to you, Labune. But I got something for you. Moving on.
Such control.
Mr. Home Chef posted a picture. It's a cartoon picture, and it's a male peach and a female peach. And the female peach has opened a closet, and dozens of peach pits have fallen out of the closet. And the male is looking at her, going, "I see you found my skeletons." And she's like, "So it's you? You're the cobbler." He's the serial killer who's a peach.
Oh.
Like the Horn Barn Strangler, the Horn Barn Hog Strangler of Macon County.
There you go.
Suddenly wishing I knew more like nicknames for serial killers.
I know, me too.
I know, right?
I wish I had a list handy.
No shit.
All right, next show.
Next show. Andrew Teedy, I posted this a while back. It's a picture of a very fat pug, looking like a very fat pug, just roly-poly and a little wrinkly. It says, "Finally, my winter fat is gone, and now I have spring rolls." Yeah, that's a good chuckler. Now, as we move on here, last week, Labune made me read a very fucked up meme. So, Labune, I would like you to go ahead and read this one in a new segment: comedians having other comedians read their memes.
Yeah, well, I'm going to make you pay for this, but that's all right. This is coming to us from Dad Jokes, friend of the show, and really just the beat of my heart, Dad Jokes. And it's a picture of a very muscular, traditionally attractive male torso. And for some reason, this man's skin is blue, like Dr. Manhattan. But instead of the human face here, we have a picture of Dory, the Nemo's friend in Finding Nemo. And then an impact font across the top, it says, "Well, that's just hunky dory." And I gotta say, listen, of all the Dories I've seen, this is the hunkiest for sure.
I saw that one. I'm like, that's the one. That's the one Levine's reading.
That's hilarious.
And that has been comedians having other comedians read their memes.
That's a great new segment, boys.
Moving on. Friend of the show, Jason Jester, posted a picture of 3 dudes getting flung off something in a very big, like, action movie explosion. And it says, how it feels to open up a pack of Pillsbury crescent rolls. I hate opening biscuits and stuff like that. Oh, scares the crap out of me.
Funny. I mean, I get it, but it's funny. Oops, sorry.
I got 3 more here.
There you go.
Smokey at 420 I Love Weed. I wonder what he does. Just post a picture of Spam popsicles. And yes, it's a can of Spam cut very thick that you can shove a popsicle stick into the Spam, thus making a meat popsicle. Follow for more recipes. We all love the line from The Fifth Element when Bruce Willis said, "I am a meat popsicle," but that is not what we meant.
That's
Moving
fucking
on.
gross.
Friend of the show, Jason Jester says, "Work smart, not hard," and it says, "Fake Walmart vest, $20. TV I walked out with free." And it's a dude standing there in a Walmart vest, just smiling with a big ass TV. And I don't think he has that.
Life hack.
That is a bonus for all the hard work I've been doing at the registers.
Nice.
No shit.
Yep. Good point.
All right. Last up here for round 2, we have Jason Jester once again, and just says, "Sorry, ET, phoning home is as close as you're gonna get because we got a picture. It's the famous picture of Elliot and ET silhouette against the moon. But there's an F-14 aircraft behind it launching a tactical missile right at Elliot's back tire."
Oh my God. And you know that little silhouette would get stenciled right next to the cockpit window too.
Oh, hell yeah. Hell yeah. That is my round 2.
The
So,
irreverent
Sizemore?
round.
Sizemore, what does your
Yeah.
round 2 look like?
Pretty average, really, all things considered. This one's from
I
friend
like
of the
that you
show.
aspire every round. You're aspiring to average. You're like, I'm normal. I am.
I really, really am. Believe
Come
me.
on, guys. Friend of the show, Craig. Craig, thanks for all the cards and letters. Your thank yous and the flowers just make me feel special. He passes along this one from Benu Brown, who says, "Just seen a tweet saying, it's mad how you never see anyone with the same oven as you. And now I can't stop thinking about it." And I gotta admit, it's true. It's like, honestly, since I read this tweet, I have been cursed with this stupid thought. So, welcome to my curse. This one goes out to you boys because you know more than I do. This one says, "Roses are red, jokes make you laugh." And I don't.
Oh my God, he's been broken in half. This is from 25 years ago this June. Mankind getting tossed off the cell in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. King of the Ring, Hell in a Cell match with Undertaker. That's what this picture is.
Nice. I love it. Max posted it, and Kyle Fields responds with, "God is my witness, he's broken in half." I've never heard it before, but how close was that, TD?
Very close. Jim Ross, the announcer, has a thick Oklahoma accent, and he unfortunately has Bell's palsy, so half of his face doesn't move. So yeah, that's about pretty accurate.
Nice. Excellent. All right. Well, that one was for you.
Thank you.
So you kind of read that one for me.
Sorry, I didn't realize it.
All right. Woo, taking a point on the segments. There's been a lot of talk about these robots and robot dogs and robot cops with guns. San Francisco City Council was debating whether or not you could have robot cops, like robot dogs armed with guns and stuff. So anyway, I've been thinking a lot more about RoboCop than I should of any movie from 25 years ago. But this one is a 3-panel cartoon with RoboCop, and we have a mugger who's got a knife to a woman's throat, and she's going, "RoboCop, please help! Don't just stand there!" And we zoom in on RoboCop, and she's going, "Please!" And we see on the screen on his visor, it says, "Updating Windows."
Oh, shit.
That's what I've always pictured too, man. I do not want to see what it looks like when, we lose a battle because all the tanks just got updated and they were rebooting. Do you know what I mean?
Right.
And you know what's happening. You know what's going to happen. Anyway, so.
I'd buy that for $1.
Ah! Running Man? That was Running Man. I know that one. All right, one for Brain.
RoboCop.
I'm reposting one for Brain here. Let's not forget that last week's Valentine's Day is so commercial. Let's not lose track of the real meaning of that special day. The day Native Hawaiians stabbed British Captain James Cook right in his colonizing fucking neck on February 14th, 1779.
Yeah. They sure did.
I wish I had seen my cousin's post. I seen my cousin's post that said the same thing about an hour later, but his had like a cartoon picture of some Kanaka warriors stabbing the colonizers. I was like, oh, I can't steal it now, but I want to.
Anyway, loved it, man, and I know it's a week late, but I loved this a lot. It's so good. I don't know if you guys caught, but the Army has been having trouble recruiting. For the first time in a while. I guess that latest Top Gun movie just didn't do it for them. I don't know. So anyway, the Republicans in Congress were all saying that it's because the Army's too woke. The Army's woke. So they commissioned a survey to check it out, and I learned this, of course, from Sarah Silverman on The Daily Show. But the big reasons were that young people don't want to die. That was the top answer.
You need to tell me that in 2023, unemployment is at its lowest rate in 3 generations, and the Army's having trouble recruiting? These things can't possibly be related.
I really like that, though. It's like, newsflash. Young people don't want to die. I don't know.
And there's jobs.
Yeah. Anyway, it's pretty fun, man. Let's see here. More stuff here. Friend of the show, Pokey Pup, passed along by our friend Joshua, who posts at here, "What a pity on you." Says, "Honestly, I'm not freaked out by the UFO sightings. Like, what are they going to do? Take over and make everyone work themselves to death? Not give us health care again? Make the planet unlivable?" Been there, done that.
Right.
From, I guess, originally posted by the Sci-Fi Libertarian Socialist. I don't know what the hell that even means. This next one, also a post from Sci-Fi Libertarian Socialist. Picture of Willem Dafoe in a Vietnam War outfit looking crazy with a headband and an evil grin. And in all caps, it's captioned, "Me watching the FBI raid my MAGA-loving neighbor's house because they don't know I use his Wi-Fi." I freaking loved it. I am not going to read you this whole thing, but a whole lot of people talking about ChatGPT. And this one has some things that are a comment from Noam Chomsky, famous linguist, Nobel Prize winner and all that stuff. So anyway, talking about AI, and basically if you cut to the bottom here, it just says, this AI image generation is about not doing the hard work. It's about avoiding making art. It's not about making art. It's about avoiding making art. That was the whole point. And this whole big, wall of text is all about that. But you'll notice that Chomsky is spelled wrong because there's a P in it. So, immediately people jump on it, and Dana says, "Chomsky?" with exclamation points and question marks. And I just replied, "Art." It's really messed up Bob Ross painting where Bob Ross's head is like some meme head. It's all wrong. It says
It looks
on
like
the
it looks
painting.
like one of those Atomic the Tank faces.
Oh yeah, like if it got squeezed out of a tube, sort of.
Mhm.
Thomas the Tank Tube Engine face. Anyway, and then on the painting it says art, ARTT. Like Chomsky, get it? It's hilarious. Friend of the show, Joe Klosick, says Republican House Speaker McCarthy just gave Tucker Carlson 41,000 hours of surveillance footage taken in the U.S. Capitol during the January 6th riot. Obviously, this will now be edited, cut out of context, and used to further outlandish conspiracy theories and more denial about what took place on that day. I hope they match the timestamps up with the text messages between all the Fox personalities who were calling it a disaster behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm.
That would be fair and balanced. Joe
Nice.
Klosick is hilarious. If you're not following Joe Klosick, you are missing out on some hilarity. Friend of the show, Lee_G_B says, it's so funny seeing hashtag block Elon trending because you just know Elon is currently having a meeting and trying to talk the engineers into making it impossible for people to block him.
Right.
No, can we make it like a violation of their services? Cancel it. Anyway, one of the funniest things to me is down at the bottom, my buddy Andy is like, I kind of doubt this. My money says he's all for it. Because, you know, when you're a knee-jerk, you know, you just think the opposite of whatever get posted. So I posted a whole bunch of stuff of engineers meeting with Elon, trying to figure out how to boost him and how to make it illegal to block him. Just, oh my God, billions of dollars and just as fragile as a snowflake. All right, I got about 3 more here. We'll wrap this up. This one was kind of funny. It's a 4-panel comic from Boggs Wallop. And in the first one, we see a comedian, and he's saying, it's open season for U.S. comedians now. We're being oppressed at every turn. And he's holding a bag of money in one hand. In the second panel, he says, we can't see anything anymore. Always censored, always silenced. I'm like a second-class citizen. He's got 2 bags of money in his hand. Now he's got like 4. He's holding them. Freedom of speech is dead. How am I meant to even make ends meet? And the 4th panel is just thumbnails of 6 more stand-up specials on Webflix. Silenced, censored, slurs I can't say versus the world. Quieted. This is like 1984 or something. And I always tell people, remember kids, always check the net worth of the speaker for context. And what I love is that my friends are awesome because they immediately said, Roseanne Barr has an estimated net worth of $85 million. Here's Jerry Seinfeld. Headline, Jerry Seinfeld is tired of political correctness. Jerry Seinfeld's net worth is $950 million.
Yep.
You want to know how rich that is? It's so rich you can make jokes about the 17-year-old girl that you met, tell her you'll call her at 18, and it's not creepy, and you don't get canceled at all.
Right.
So anyway, I thought it was pretty funny. All right, well, you know, yeah.
Such a great point, dude.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, one last
Also,
one here.
like,
Oh, wait.
how,
Okay.
just first of all, what a fucking hack do you have to be to blame the audience for not laughing? Like, Jerry Seinfeld for like 10 goddamn years was like, you can't even tell jokes at colleges anymore. They don't laugh.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, is it
They don't
that or
think
is
you're
it because
funny.
you're old?
Right.
You're
Yeah, they
old.
You're just not appealing to college kids anymore. You fucking
You know,
piece
You know?
of shit. Anyway, sorry.
what is it, Bo
Kills me,
Burnham?
man.
Yeah, the college kids are like, Bo Burnham's kind of old.
Yeah.
I mean, what are you gonna do? Anyway, and a whole lot of stuff about grooming and trans people. So this picture of Tom Hanks in Bosom Buddies, and it says, "Yeah, we had great drag shows in the '80s." So, all right. I'm gonna stop my share as soon as I remember how to do it. That was my whatever round.
That's round 2.
It was round 2.
All right, here we go.
On to round 3.
Penultimate round 3. Kicking it off with Olivia Pepper, friend of the show, Olivia Pepper. And there's a picture here of Mr. Rogers with a quote next to him, and he's smiling and he's wearing his green cardigan. It says, when I was a boy, I saw scary things in the news. When I was a boy and saw scary things in the news, my mother would say to me, look for the memers. You always see memers coming up with dank shit in these kind of times. The Hard Times News reports, we interviewed Noam Chomsky, but he only let us ask fuck, marry, kill questions. Trapeze by Swolz repost says, why am I like this? Reposting art form, friend of the show art form. He says, I can do anything as long as there's a looming deadline and serious consequences. And by the way, I have one for each of you this round. This one's coming from Wicked Woman Old Soul, reposted by Feisty Soul Tribe, the group. Coming to us from Meme Lord Mary, who says, when your child develops your sixth sense of humor, so now there's two people laughing inappropriately, and there's just a picture of like a mom cat and a baby cat, and they both look like they're laughing inappropriately. They're probably both hissing. All right, TD, I'm going to have you read this one.
Okay. It's a picture of a one of those signs that you see outside of various restaurants or fire departments or churches. But it's being held by a giant fake chicken that looks very pissed. And it says, eat our fish or go to hell. It's got to be some kind of a Lent festivities. As a recovering Catholic. But yeah, thank you, Libyan.
Trash Can Paul. Yeah, Trash Can Paul's up. This was actually in the running for my post with the most this week. And it says, stop using anti-self language. Instead of saying, I was wrong, say, you are wrong. Instead of, I'm sorry, say, I didn't do anything wrong. Instead of saying people should control the government, try saying I should control the entire world. Instead of saying thank you, say nothing at all. And instead of saying I'm not funny, instead say I alone decide what is funny.
That's awesome.
And this one's another one from Anarcho Spirituality. This time, Eric, we need you to read this meme, please, sir.
Certainly. Anarcho Spirituality, we have a picture of Elmo, and he is at the table where he has a pile of fruit and a pile of white powder, and Elmo is labeled leftists, and the fruit is labeled helping the working poor. And the pile of white powder is labeled arguing about the Soviet Union online. And Elmo dives into arguing about the Soviet Union. I am in this meme and I don't like it.
If you're wondering who Eric is in this meme, he is the working poor. That's right. The working poor. Marginal Mennonite Society, friend of the show, Marginal Mennonite Society has hashtag Aquarius, and then we see that there's two panels here from Key and Peele, and I'm going to see if I can get these straight. Keegan Michael Key is on top, and he's laughing, and he says, "Can you believe that some people claim to be humanists while viewing themselves as inherently superior to other people?" And he's laughing hysterically. And then the next panel, we see Jordan Peele looking very incredulous, and he's just labeled Aquarius. And my last meme for the penultimate round, round 3, leaving only my post with the most.
Oof.
No, getting there.
Wow.
It says, it's a picture of Alice in Wonderland, and we see the Cheshire Cat up in the tree talking to Alice. And it says, me, if I was Alice. And the Cheshire Cat says, we are all mad here. And Alice says, at me? I'm not kidding. I felt so fucking seen when I saw that meme. Like when you see a meme and you're like, oh shit, they made this meme for me. Whoever made this meme is just, my soulmate somewhere out there.
Nice.
All right, let's hear from you, Katie. What do you got for round 3?
Round 3, penultimate round. Just lead into the post with the most. But here we have work memes, and it just says me at work, and it says you'd have a lot more friends if you were a little nicer to people at work. And it's a kid from maybe some 80s era show sitting there looking kind of grumpy and incredulous. And he says, I don't need any more friends. I already have like 2.
That's a good point.
Speaking
I
of Freaks
feel
and
that.
Geeks, the show Freaks and Geeks, by the way.
Maybe, yeah. That was 80s.
I could be wrong.
Hey, next up, we're going to skip this one because, Sizemore did it.
Oh.
That's okay, buddy. But Potato Comedy, new friend of the show, Potato Comedy, says the perfect boat name doesn't exist, and there's this boat, and it's just labeled, that's what C said. C as in water, S-E-A, or S-E-A. That's what C said. Come on, Levione. You can giggle.
I like it.
Okay. Moving on. This is almost what I decided to have Levione read earlier in our new segment, comedians having other comedians read stuff. But since he had me read that Catholic sense, hey, Levione, why don't you go ahead and give this a read, buddy?
Damn. This is a picture of a shirtless guy.
It's actually Anthony Kiedis, the lead singer for Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Ah.
Oh yeah.
Right.
We have some people from California on the show. I'm not gonna make any comments about the musicality of the Red Hot Chili Peppers out of respect to other people's religions. Josh Burt
He's wearing a Dodgers hat. He's fair game.
has a picture of this guy, and he's smiling, and he has his hands up at his face, and it says, how do you know how heavy a chili pepper is? God damn it. Give it away now. I fucking hate you, TD.
I love you, buddy. I know what you like. I know what you need. You need more dad
You're right,
jokes
I love
and
you.
bad puns.
God damn it. You got me.
I'm only here for the jokes, making another appearance in this show. It's a picture of a woman with her hands over her eyes. And it says, premature ejaculation and hide and seek have one thing in common. Ready or not, here I come. I'm only here for the jokes. Again, oh God, I feel seen in this one. It says, tired of ironing shirts? Get fat and watch those crevices vanish. And it's a dude in a way too tight shirt, and it's just stretched right across that big old belly. I feel seen and called out.
Nice.
Moving on, we got Food Porn, the original. And it says, well, I got to go to work again, even though I just went yesterday. And it's Stephanie Tanner from a very early episode of Full House, hair frizzy. She looks tired and defeated. And it says, when will it end? Every day. Every fucking day. All right, moving on. We have Jason Jester, friend of the show once again, says, hashtag the more you know. And it's a picture of some fog, and it's Victorian London, and there's a silhouette figure with a cape and a top hat, and it says, little known fact, Jack the Ripper was called that because he farted a lot. Fart jokes, baby.
That's
Works every
okay.
time.
That's pretty good, buddy.
Thank you. And Pixie and Brutus, friend of the show, Pixie and Brutus post, you swerve to avoid a squirrel. Unknown to you, the squirrel pledges a life debt to you. In your darkest hour, the squirrel arrives. And it's a picture of a squirrel just decked out in finest medieval knight's armor, even on the tail. You got its little shield, little sword at the hilt. Like, it like Sir Squirrel is ready to like throw down.
It's badass squirrel.
It's badass squirrel. He always plays a paladin whenever he plays D&D. Moving on. Friend of the show, Lex Harmon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we know her. And she posted a picture of 2 dinosaurs. I can't remember what they're called. But they're the ones with the big like plated domes on their heads, and they like butt heads all the time. And it says, why don't more bald men fight like this? And it's these 2 dinosaurs charging headfirst at each other.
I take offense.
Serious answers only.
I mean, I think we can get some, discrepancies solved that way. Gringo _CTM at Gringo _CTM. If you're not following Gringo _CTM, why the fuck not? Okay. It says, when you're trying to squeeze out a fart, but it's warm, it's a picture of this weird looking statue. Eye is just very bug-eyed and a frown on its face, and it just has this expression of, I just pooped myself.
That's precisely what that face says.
The shoulders look like his hands are back there covering it up too.
Yeah. like pinching the cheek, like grasping the cheek, trying to keep it in.
Like my whole day just changed.
Like, there's no coming back from this. It wasn't just a little shark. Oh no, I pooed my pants.
I am gonna miss the next meeting for sure.
I am going home, ripping my phone out of the wall, and staying in the shower crying for the next 6 hours.
Oh no, it ain't all that. I've shit myself. It's fine.
I only cried for like 10 minutes.
Oh, you didn't mean like your regular daily cry.
Yeah. God, I wish you were joking right now. Moving on. And finally, my last one for round 3. Friend of the show, friend of mine, Samantha Sam Wiedemann, reposting from Snooze. Yeah. It says, I'm not sure how many cookies it takes to be happy, but so far it is not 27. I fucking feel this.
Might be 28. We'll see.
It ain't 3 family-sized packs of Oreos. That's all I'm saying. Sizemore, what do you got for round 3, buddy?
Good times, man. Can't believe that nobody invoked the Daytona 500 where the Goodyear blimp showed up and had on its little scrolling ticker on the bottom, "Don't shoot."
I'm sorry, that's fucking funny.
That's hilarious. And especially for corporate humor, that is hilarious. Very impressive.
But they were over a very large gathering of rednecks, so it could have been a legit fear they had.
Yeah. And here's the funny, people in the comments were like, people do actually shoot at that blimp all the time.
Yeah, I'm related to them.
I know. I'm just like, in Florida, in Arkansas. Okay. All right. That's it. All right, moving on. This is, strangely enough, got quite a bit of traffic. This is Paul Rudd being interviewed by Stephen Colbert. Oh, come on, man. It's not zooming for me here. All right, well, anyway, Stephen Colbert is saying, Seth Rogen tweeted this, and I wanted to get it fact-checked. Seth Rogen says, once I was in the spa in a hotel in Vegas getting a massage, and when I finished, I turned over. To my shock, Paul Rudd was massaging me. He saw me go in and convinced the masseuse to let him take over, thinking I'd notice immediately. I didn't, and Paul did the entire rest of it. And you just see Paul going, yep. He goes, it was like an Indiana Jones when he takes the idol away and puts a bag of sand. I was like, so weird. Speaking of weird, you guys know I love headlines that are just funny. Ultimate Classic Rock passes along that the Kinks name leads to warnings being added to posts, despite the claim that it wouldn't happen. So Dave Davies of the Kinks tells Elon Musk to stop flagging Kinks tweets. You guys don't know the band The Kinks. All right, well, it's setting it up.
Yes, I very do.
Okay.
I was
Never leaves me.
Anybody would think I might not know.
Nice. All right, well, just checking. Man, Dave Davies is he's not the guy that I knew from the 80s videos, but then again, it has been 30 years.
Still looks better than Elon.
Still looks way better than Elon. That's true. Elon always, I don't know, he looks like he's from a corrupt zillionaire family in the Dune universe. Do you know what I mean? I don't know how to say it. You know, I don't know. He just looks, I don't know. I think he has a
Wait, so that's not what real life is?
Not in the rest
That's
of
some good-
flyover country, Brain. We have water. It's not a desert at all.
Well, but the corrupt billionaire family part, yeah? No?
Oh, yeah. Well, they're not as
Yeah, that
thick
part's
out here
actually-
as they are in your neighborhood, but yeah. All right, couple more here and getting on to our post with the most. FB for TB, a weekly memecast. If you're not following FB for TB, a weekly memecast, you are missing out. Posting this collection of 6 images here, and this one has a green sort of squishy blob with the smiley face on it. It says lies are soft and squishy, and you can see 2 hands molding it. It says they can be whatever shape you want. And now we see like 3 different containers: a circle worldview, a square worldview, a triangle worldview, and it'll fill them all completely. It says they're convenient. Now the truth is hard and spiky. It's very hard to embrace. You see this guy holding it up and poking himself with it painfully, tears in his eyes. Worth embracing. The truth is hard and spiky. Worth embracing. People like this one. It's got a lot of weird traffic. All right, moving on. Hey, what's it like living in Appalachia? Appalachia has a sign and it says Middle Creek Baptist Church. What would Jesus do? He wouldn't be making meth. Last time I checked, there was, oh yeah, we got about 19 Appalachians on here, all liking it and commenting. Yeah, they can smell the meth down there in the holler. You suck, Michael. This next one is next one. Picture of a frog in a pink cowboy hat, and it just says, "Sorry for the weird vibes. I'm mentally ill."
I need a sign hanging at my desk.
I know, right? I'm just saving this one. I'm keeping it on the desktop for posting in response to, all kinds of stuff. I lost the post that this came with. I saved the picture and I lost the post. So I'm going to have to replicate this one from memory. But essentially it said, if my high school didn't want me to do drugs, then why did they show them to me in this cute carrying case? You guys remember this? Like plastic blister wrap around all this stuff. Narcotics and dangerous drugs identification kit. And there's like tubes and bottles. It was literally the coolest part of drug education. I assume we all had one because I did not know this person, and I was like, we had one of these at my school. It was pretty funny.
Never had drug education except on the streets.
Oh, did they have cute cases like this?
No.
No.
I've never seen this shit in my life. I thought it was a computer at first, and then I was like, oh shit.
Ooh, it's like a drug computer.
I thought it was gonna say, I don't know. How did they not want me to do drugs when they showed me this cool ass computer I can take apart and rebuild?
I know. Look at that. Is it like all these pills?
I recognized that it was drugs, and I thought it was a computer. I was like, damn, this computer runs on the same shit as me.
What's the round red thing? Is that a condom?
That's a poppy.
Drugs you're gonna need.
This is a poppy flower that opium is made from.
Heck yeah.
And these are different kinds of opium and heroin. And then over here on the side, we have a spoon, a rope for tying off your arm, hypodermic needles. There's a balloon for smuggling heroin through the borders. I don't know what the fuck a balloon is for.
They just have some joints in there. I don't know that hard shit.
I know. Look, but dude,
Right.
check it out. Doesn't this look like a party though? It's like a bunch of colorful stuff. There's flowers.
Some dude opened this up and was like, I got it all. What do you need?
There's a balloon. There's a spoon. These are all party supplies.
Yeah, I just need a dime bag and I'm good, man. I
Look,
don't know that hard
all
shit.
kidding aside, you know what this really looks like to me? Because they didn't have these for me either when I was coming up.
Oh,
All
really?
kidding aside, I thought this was a sewing kit.
Those come in those little purple cookie cases.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, see, I actually have you know that I got the highest score on the drug identification kits at my high school. 2,000 kids there, because I
Nice.
studied this case. I studied this case night and day.
Gotta know it.
Yeah, I'm
Gotta
sure
know
you
it.
Blame me,
did,
this shit
dude. I'm
looks
sure you
interesting as
did.
fuck.
Super good at it. Super good at it. I read the textbook. I got the comic book. I watched the VHS. All right, 3 more till we get to our post with the most. A little bit more Valentine's Day left over. This is Puritan Valentine's Day cards. Got about 4 of them here. One says, "Roses are red, violets are blue, and neither are useful or necessary at all." This next one has a picture of a lovely young lass with a basket of flowers, and it says, "I need you to help raise livestock and crops, and surely we will starve to death come winter." The bottom 2 here says, "You almost make my heart dance, and dancing is forbidden." And lastly, "Being with you fills me with impure thoughts, and I am ashamed."
I've sent that text.
I'm going
That was not
to.
half bad. Yeah,
I'm
that was
going
not half
to.
bad. Shit.
Yeah.
That last one might work.
Yeah. It definitely rings true. It's happened more than once. I got about 2 more here. This is from friend of the show, George Cruikshank, getting married. Very excited about the soon-to-be married Mr. George Cruikshank. And it's Dr. Manhattan from The Watchmen. And in the first one, he says, "If I am to have a symbol, it shall be one I respect." And he takes his finger to draw into his head. But instead of putting the symbol from the real books, he's drawing the old Windows screensaver with the pipes. There. A symbol I respect. Anyway, man, oh my God. I tell you, I forgot how funny Microsoft is. All right, last one for round 3 for me. This is a picture of Stonehenge in Central Park, except that it is made of sticks of margarine, and it says, "This is just marginally funny." First commenter, "Is that butter?" Second comment, "No, it's Stonehenge." I can't believe it's not butter. And that is the end of my round 3.
All right, here we go. Post with the most. My post with the most this week comes to us from, no surprise here, really a big player. This whole, I don't know, it's not a game. This whole show, anarcho spirituality. I reposted this with the like happy, tearful meme, or not meme, happy tearful emoji, and I wrote in all caps, "Progress." And they share a tweet from Sanara Chaudhry who says, "Men used to go to wars, and now they want flowers and forehead kisses." Yeah.
In fact,
That's great.
yeah. Now
More
that you
flowers
mention
and fucking, I'll be honest with you. I've had forehead kisses, and I've been to war. More forehead kisses. Sure. Like 1,000%. Yeah. It's all in one column. There's no pro-war things. It's actually all pro-forehead kisses. I'll take them all. Anyway, Titty, what's your post with the most?
God.
and it's reinforcing that whole young guys don't want to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Flowers are fucking pretty and smell great. Forehead
And
kiss is
they help-
very
and
soothing
they-
at the right time.
And flowers help get you laid.
Yeah,
I
but
just-
but even even like sexless flowers.
Yeah.
Still better than war.
Yeah,
Like-
yeah.
All of them.
Sure.
And the weed flower.
Word.
Hey.
Dude,
Titty, what's your post with the most?
My post with the most this week comes from friend of the show, friend of the universe, friend to all, Baking While Baked, at Couchman Bakes on Twitter. Please follow me. Anyway,
And watch for the crossover episode this fall on ABC.
we'll talk about that for another 5 years. You know it. Anyway, I posted every smoke sesh ever, and it's when you just coughed your lungs out and your homie asked if you good. And it's a picture of a seal laying on the ground, just eyes are red, snot around the nose, looks like he's got the 100-yard stare. He's fucked up. Tears rolling down the seal's face. I know this face all too well.
There's only one thing to say after you cough that hard, and that's smooth.
Yes. I usually say that's good shit. All right, that's my post of the most this week. Sizemore.
Post with the most. My post with the most is from friend of the show, Corey Showtime Robinson. You're not following Corey Showtime Robinson. You are missing out. He says, Roseanne spent her entire comedy special complaining about being canceled. In her comedy special.
Oh my fucking God.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Just so butthurt. So so cuck, so beta. I just want to use all their terms. It's just so dumb.
Listen, we need somebody to cancel, like, our friends. Like, can somebody cancel Kyle Kinane? I would love for him to have an HBO special.
Cancel
Like,
me.
or what, you know what I
fucking-
mean? Come on.
I literally on Corey's page, and Brain, you're buds with him too, man. I mean, you saw some of those people. Somebody was just like, rich people have feelings too, and I'm like, yeah, that's why I like to hurt them.
Yeah, feelings.
we rarely get to take our shots, so when they line them up for us, we're there with the sniper rifle, bitch.
And I was just like, I swear to God, and please pass this along anytime anybody asks about this. Comedians getting canceled or safe spaces or you can't say this or can't say that. Say, what was the net worth of the person who said that? Just let's get it clear and get it out there. Because every time I look it up, literally the lowest number I found was $400,000. That's the level where you go, you just can't say anything anymore.
For real.
So, as far as I can tell, you are risible. Snowflake. Yeah, I think that kind of wraps up the show. We did all our posts with the most. So that was an episode of Facebook for the Blind for February 21st, 2023. Love you all.
Love you, George.
Yeah, I could actually kind of clap now.
Here's the thing, though. I'm willing to try it. You know what I mean?
Thanks for listening to an episode of Facebook for the Blind. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram.